Welcome to part 1 of my favorite films. I'm going to go through films rank 30 to rank 16. This is probably like my first real video, so let's get into it. Enjoy! Starting the list, at number 30, we got Perfect Days, directed by Wim Wenders. One of the most slow-paced films I've seen. It's about a guy living his very simple life of waking up, going to work, coming home, having a bath, reading, going to bed. But he's happy with it. And like that, just that for 2 hours. And then what goes on in the film on people saying, how do you like life? What do you even do? And stuff like that. His niece, who hasn't seen him in years, comes and stays with him for a bit. And I like the film because it's left to interpretation if his life really is bad or not. Also, it's a live action Japanese film, so if they ever want to see foreign films, it's a good one to go to. It's also directed by the same guy who made that Paris, Texas film. 9, we got Kill Bill Volume 1, directed by Quentin Tarantino. It's about a girl who's an assassin, but she gets sought by her employer, Bill, so throughout the film she tries to get her revenge to kill Bill. Absolutely loved it. I thought it was pretty creative. It's got some 1980s Hong Kong action film thrown in there, which I think is pretty unique. At 28, we got Pondo, directed by Hayao Miyazaki, one of my favorite directors. It's about this boy who rescues a fish, but that fish turns into a person, and that fish, Pondo, got some parents who live in the sea, trying to get her back. Amazing animation, good story, loved it. At 27, we got Evangelion 3.33, You Cannot Redo, directed by Hideaki Anno. Third film in the rebuild Evangelion films. Don't want to tell too much to spoil the franchise. 14 years after 2.22, Shinji wakes up, everything's in ruins. Nerve, that's gone. They're broken up into Seal, trying to stop Nerve. He runs away, because he always runs away. Now he's with Karu and Rei, but Rei forgets him. He's surprised. I absolutely love this film because while it's directed by Hideaki Anno, it's Evangelion, favorite director, favorite franchise. But we get to see a lot more of Karu, one of my favorite characters. Absolutely loved him. Number 27, we got Look Back, directed by Kiyotaka Oshiyama. It's about a girl who used to draw manga, published it in a school magazine, but she stopped, who meets another girl who does the same thing as her, but doesn't go to school. Sort of a certain, sort of a femcel doesn't leave her room. They meet each other, and then they start making manga together, and the friendship unfolds, and got one of the most beautiful films I've ever seen. It's an adaptation from the one-shot manga Look Back, and made by the same guy who made Chainsaw Man, Fujimoto, I think that's his name. Only an hour long, so pretty short for a film, but probably one of the most emotional hours of any film I've ever seen in my entire life. Beautiful animation style as well. At number 25, we got Evangelion 2.22, You Cannot Advance, directed by Hideaki Anno. Okay, so this is the first film in the rebuild series of Evangelion, where it starts to really branch off from the original series. You can see with the introduction of the new character Mari, I felt the ending completely different. What an ending it was, visually, it was absolutely beautiful, and I feel it's a pretty decent cliffhanger. Could have been annoying a while ago, but when I watched it, I watched like this after it came out, so I had like the next film to watch after that. And God, they're definitely my second favorite rebuild film. Also, we get to see a bit more about Karu and a bit more about like Ray and that. Two of my favorite characters in the franchise, so that's really nice. Number 24, we got Back to the Future, directed by Robert Zemeckis. Okay, so Back to the Future, it's about this guy named Marty who ends up going back in time and ends up stopping his parents from seeing each other. So in throughout the entire film, him and his friend who he hasn't met yet, the dog, those two, they keep on trying to get their parents back together so Marty won't fade out of existence. It's like the first time travel film I've seen, so that's why like really stuck with me because I thought it was really unique. And God, it was just like a blast to watch. It was funny at the right moments and really good beginning to a trilogy. At number 23, we got 500 Days of Summer, directed by Mark Webb. It's a film about a guy named Tom and his relationship with a girl named Summer, but it's in non-chronological order. So you might see day 400, then day 36, then day 270. Really unique premise, and it works. It really works. I just love like trying to work out the story in my head. And watching it the second time, it makes it much better. Probably one of my favorite romance films like ever. Super underrated. Oh, also, the fans of the film pretty divided on who's in the wrong. Is Summer in the wrong or is Tom in the wrong? Cause it just makes sense, but when you see the film, you'll get what I mean. At number 22, we got Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's difficult to describe, but it's about an old Asian immigrant lady who gets involved with some multiverse stuff, because her daughter, in another universe, is trying to get revenge on her, but with the everything bagel. Okay, I don't know what happened in the film, pretty confusing. I only watched it once, like a year ago, but God, I loved it. It was the first film by A24 I've ever seen, so it's really unique, and well, it's just bizarre all around, and that's what I like about it. Now, it was 5 stars. I took half a star off, because, I'm gonna be honest, it had a horrible effect on the film industry. It started the whole multiverse trend, which got us Madam Web, and made people think they can just do like weird shit, and the short film or film be a masterpiece, but nah. But still, I absolutely love it. One of the best ones I've seen. At number 21, we got My Neighbor Totoro, directed by Hayao Miyazaki. Okay, another Miyazaki film. It's about 2 girls who move to the countryside. They find a unique creature living next to them called Totoro. The creatures help the girl like have fun and like sort of help them cope with their mother's death or like almost dying, and they're moving. A very cute, very wholesome film. Okay, probably the only film on the list that like kids would like be able to watch and actually appreciate. So like recommend for like everyone, except for people who don't like animated films, but hey, they don't deserve to watch it. At 20, we got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Okay, so this one's about Miles Morales, who gets bit by a radioactive spider. I don't know if you had it before, but this guy, Kingpin, he opens up a portal to a multiverse. Then a ton of other spiders start coming through the portal, and they all meet up with the new Spider-Man, and they all try to figure out how to get back, as well as stop Kingpin from destroying the multiverse. And like the soundtrack, the animation, God, it was amazing. I absolutely loved it when I saw it. But the voice actor for Miles Morales, completely out of a weirdo. It's behind the scenes of him doing some creepy stuff, like saying he loves the other voice actors. like romantically. He even does it in interviews. So for that I had to take half a star off, because I just couldn't ignore the fact of how much of a creep he is. But if you can look past that, oh my god, definitely watch the film, definitely watch all the other Spider-Verse films. I hope the third one comes out, don't know if it will, but I beg, I hope so it does. At 19, we got Little Miss Sunshine, directed by Jonathan Dayton and Valerie Fairs. It's about a family who goes on a road trip so their daughter can go to a beauty pageant. But you see, the family, like, all of them are losers in some way. They pay attention to it. The uncle tried to kill himself because he was gay, and the guy he was dating cheated on him. The dad is a failed motivational speaker who preaches to not be a loser when he is one, and he keeps on enforcing his rules on his kids. What I like about the film, most films start off really wholesome, get like mega dark at the end. Other way around, starts off really dark. One of the most wholesome endings ever. Has a message about like loving yourself and not paying attention to the fact that you're a loser. Absolutely loved it. Brought me to tears. Would recommend it if anybody hates himself. At number 18, we got Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, directed by Michael Gondry. Okay, now like 5-star territory. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is about a guy named Joel who's heartbroken that his ex-girlfriend got memory surgery to get rid of him from her memories. He does the same, but halfway through he starts to realize he still loves her, so he's trying to stop it. Okay, it stars Jim Carrey in one of his more serious roles, and god, he is so good at it. I just love of how like shows how a memory would look like as it's being deleted, like the camera turns and then it turns back, and like all the items of herself has gone, or all the lights are turning off, or a place is getting mixed up. Like Joel is in an operation chair in the middle of a road instead of in a memory erasing facility. And oh my god, one of them is more sadder romantic films I've seen, and I absolutely love it. At number 17, we got Inside, directed by Bo Burnham. Okay, this one's more closer to like a special than a film, but it's about Bo Burnham, and it was made during lockdown. I know, flashbacks. It was set and filmed in one room or house, the place Bo Burnham lived at the time, and the film was completely made by Bo Burnham. He made the entire thing alone, like without leaving his house. What happens in the film is mainly just like Bo Burnham talking about his feelings, like my therapist said I was at an all-time low and stuff like that. But he also sings a bit of his own songs. It's like a comedy, but it can also get darker sometimes, and I just love the duality of it. This is like the first experimental film I've ever saw, and I feel like that really helped me get into more weirder stuff, like the Evangelion franchise. See it right there? Hell yeah. So another film I hold close to my heart. At number 16, we got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This one takes place after the first Spider-Verse film. Miles, he finds himself in another universe where all the Spider-Men hang out together and like talk about, well, the universe, the multiverse even. And you see, he gets in a bit of trouble because the head guy, Miguel, he's like, oh, Miles, you keep on changing stuff. It's a kind of event. You cannot just keep on changing all these things. Because, you see, he finds out that his uncle is going to die, but for all Spider-Man, the uncle die, and apparently if he doesn't, his entire universe is gonna get deleted. So he hates this, he tries to break away, go back to his universe. And when he does, it sort of doesn't end there, sort of sets up the sequel, and I kinda like how it did that. A lot of people think it's a cheap cliffhanger, but to be honest, I think that the second Spider-Verse film, it was supposed to be like one long film, but they had to break it up because at the end of the film, it sort of feels like a beginning of another one. And I think it's really unique. And same thing, animation incredible, funny characters, absolutely loved it. This is the end of part 1. Thanks for watching. Since this is like my first video, tell me if there's anything I could do to improve. I'm probably going to release part 2 in a week and a bit. So see you guys till then. Bye.